Level 1, Ball Watcher. At the bottom of the football IQ pyramid, we have the ball watchers. These players have tunnel vision so severe they could miss an elephant doing the Macarena right next to them. Ball watchers only see one thing, the ball. That's it. Nothing else exists in their world. They're like that friend who gets so focused on their phone, they walk into a lamppost. When the ball moves, they move. When it stops, they stop. It's like watching a cat chase a laser pointer, except less graceful and more embarrassing. These players have zero awareness of what's happening around them. Opponents could be setting up a barbecue behind them, and they wouldn't notice until someone asks if they want mustard on their hot dog. Level 2, crowd followers. One tiny step up, we have crowd followers. They've discovered that other players exist, but their strategy is simple. Follow the herd. These players run toward wherever the action is happening. Ball on the left, everyone runs left. Ball switches right. Time for a mass migration. It's like watching a school of fish. Except fish are probably more organised. They're always in a pack, moving together like they're connected by invisible rope. Individual thinking, that's for other people. Level 3, reactive players. Reactive players can see what's happening, but only after it's already happened. They're always one step behind, like trying to have a conversation on a bad internet connection. These players make decisions based on what they see in the moment. Ball comes to them, they look up, see a teammate, pass. Simple. About as sophisticated as ordering pizza by pointing at the menu. The problem is, football moves fast. By the time a reactive player processes what's happening, the game has already moved on. It's like trying to navigate using a map from 1995 while driving through a city that's been completely rebuilt. Level 4, basic readers. Basic readers have figured out that football isn't just random chaos. They can read simple situations like, defender coming toward me means I should pass. They understand basic cause and effect. Pressure equals pass quickly, space equals run forward. It's football for beginners, but hey, at least they're learning. Think of them as football's kindergarten class. They're getting the basics down, one simple lesson at a time. When the big, scary defender runs at you, give the ball to someone else. Revolutionary stuff. Level 5, pattern recognizers. Pattern recognizers start to see the game's rhythm. They notice that when the left back pushes forward, space opens up behind him. When the striker drops deep, the centre backs follow. It's like finally understanding that your favourite TV show has a plot. These players can anticipate what might happen next based on what they've seen before. They're like football fortune tellers, except instead of crystal balls, they use tactical awareness. The downside, they're still reactive. They see the pattern developing and respond to it. They're not creating the pattern, just following it like a very athletic game of connect the dots. Think of them as football's middle management. They understand the system well enough to work within it, but they're not quite ready to redesign the whole operation. Level 6, anticipators. Anticipators have cracked the code. They don't just see patterns, they predict them. They're like chess players who can see 3 moves ahead, except the chess pieces are running around and occasionally falling over. These players position themselves based on what they think will happen, not what is happening. They're already moving to where the ball will be before it's even been passed. An anticipator sees the winger getting ready to cross and starts their run before the ball leaves the winger's foot. They see the midfielder under pressure and move into space to receive the pass before the midfielder even looks up. It's like having a football crystal ball, except instead of mystical powers, it's just really good game reading. They've watched enough football to know that certain situations lead to predictable outcomes. Level 7, scanners. Welcome to the elite level. Scanners are the players who seem to have eyes in the back of their heads. They're constantly gathering information, like football detectives solving the case of, where should I be next? Before receiving the ball, scanners have already looked around multiple times. They know where every player is, where they're moving, and probably what they had for breakfast. These players scan the field like airport security, except instead of looking for suspicious luggage, they're mapping out passing lanes and identifying threats. A scanner receives the ball and already knows their next 3 options. Pass to the left back who's overlapping, switch play to the right wing where there's space, or turn and drive forward because the midfielder has been caught out of position. They make split-second decisions that look effortless because they've already done all the hard work before the ball arrived. It's like having the answers to a test before you sit down to take it. Level 8, space creators. Space creators understand that football is about creating and exploiting space. They don't just find space, they make it appear like football magicians pulling rabbits out of hats. These players use their movement to drag defenders out of position, creating gaps for teammates. They're like tactical vacuum cleaners, sucking defenders away from dangerous areas. A space creator might make a run they never intend to complete, just to open up a passing lane for someone else. They're the ultimate team players, sacrificing their own glory for the greater good. They understand that sometimes the best thing you can do is draw attention away from where the real action is happening. It's like being a football magician's assistant, creating the distraction while someone else performs the trick. Level 9. Manipulators. Manipulators don't just read the game, they write it. They're the directors of the football movie, and everyone else is just following the script they've created. These players use their movement and positioning to influence what opponents do. They're like puppet masters, except instead of strings, they use tactical awareness and psychological warfare. A manipulator might make a run they have no intention of completing, just to drag a defender out of position and create space for a teammate. They're playing 4D chess, while everyone else is still trying to figure out how the horsey moves. They understand that football is as much about what you don't do as what you do. Sometimes the best pass is the one you don't make, because it forces the opponent to react to a threat that doesn't exist. Manipulators can make average players look brilliant by putting them in positions where success is almost guaranteed. They're like football life coaches, except instead of motivational quotes, they use perfectly weighted through balls. Level 10. Transcendent. At the peak of football IQ, we find the transcendent players. These are the Messis, the Xavis, the players who seem to operate on a different plane of existence entirely. Transcendent players don't just manipulate the game, they transcend its normal limitations. They see possibilities that don't exist yet and make them real through sheer force of genius. Messi doesn't just beat defenders, he makes them question their life choices. He moves in ways that shouldn't be possible, finds spaces that don't exist, and creates opportunities out of thin air like a football magician. These players process information so quickly and accurately that they seem to be playing in slow motion, while everyone else is stuck in fast forward. They're like having a supercomputer in human form, except the supercomputer can also do stepovers. A transcendent player can receive the ball with their back to goal, surrounded by 3 defenders, and somehow emerge with a clear shot on goal. They don't break the laws of physics, but they certainly bend them until they're crying for mercy. They make the impossible look routine, and the routine look impossible. Watching them play is like watching someone solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded while riding a unicycle. You know it's happening, but you can't quite believe it. Here's the thing about football IQ. It's not about being the fastest or strongest. It's about being the smartest. The best players aren't necessarily the most athletic. They're the ones who think the fastest. Physical attributes can get you so far, but mental processing is what separates the good from the great. You can train your body to run faster, but training your brain to think faster. That's the real challenge. The highest levels of football IQ can't really be taught in the traditional sense. You can learn patterns and improve your scanning, but true transcendence, that's like trying to teach someone to be Mozart. Either you have it, or you spend your life wondering what it would be like. But here's the beautiful thing about football. Every level has its place. Not everyone can be Messi, but every team needs players who can recognise patterns, anticipate plays, and make smart decisions. The next time you watch a match, don't just watch the ball, watch the players without it. See who's scanning, who's anticipating, who's manipulating space. That's where the real game is being played. Football isn't just about what happens when you have the ball. It's about everything that happens in the 99% of the time when you don't. And that's where football IQ truly shines. The beautiful game isn't just beautiful because of the goals and the skills. It's beautiful because of the minds behind the madness, the intelligence in the chaos, and the chess match disguised as a sport. From ball watchers to transcendent geniuses, every level tells a story about how we understand and interact with the world's most popular game. Which level of football IQ do you think is the most difficult or easiest to reach? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed learning about football IQ levels, hit subscribe for more Football Explainer videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.